Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 2024 electoral presidential map, but based off of betting markets and betting odds alone. But before we get started, make sure you guys are subscribed, click the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video. Keep in mind, we are about to hit 2,000 subscribers. So if you are interested, we have memberships. The link to it will be pinned in the comment section down below. We have custom perks and custom emojis that you can use whenever you comment on any of my videos. Let's take a look at some of this data before we move on to the actual maps. It's high between former President Donald Trump and incumbent President Joe Biden. They are both polling at 45 and 45%, basically their chance to become the next president of the United States. So Donald Trump and Biden are tied at 45%. And then you take a look at the presidential election popular vote winner. Joe Biden has a 63% chance at winning the popular vote with 2,454,000 bets on him. And Donald Trump is sitting at a 27% chance currently at winning the popular vote in this year's election cycle, with around 1,335,000 basically bets. So, with this being said, Biden is probably going to win the popular vote according to betting markets overall. And then aside from the presidential race, what about the House? Democrats are sitting at a 56% chance at flipping back control of the House, which in my opinion is not the greatest margin. And I think it's honestly a toss-up at this point. I think either Republicans or Democrats have a great chance at winning the House in 2024 because the majority is just so narrow and Republicans keep losing seats every single month. You take a look at George Santos. In my opinion, Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to sabotage the Republican Party because she keeps trying to kick off the speakers. When it happened with, Kevin McCarthy, which in my opinion, he was a terrible speaker, so that's fine. But now she's trying to do it again with Mike Johnson. With this majority, narrow, come on. And if Marjorie Taylor Greene keeps on continuing with this behavior, she's just going to freely hand over Hakeem Jeffries the speakership. And what she's doing is just outrageous, and she should not try to kick off Mike Johnson. I understand McCarthy, she had that right to do so, but not with Mike Johnson. I think he's far better. I think he's in a very scary position. Like, it's so narrow, and I think he's doing whatever he can at this point in time. So at this point, it's a complete toss-up in the House of Representatives. Take a look at the map and fill in some of these swing states according to the betting odds. We're only focusing on swing states in this video, but actually, betting odds has Donald Trump winning Texas, Florida, Ohio, and Iowa by safe margins, so basically double digits. Meanwhile, for Biden, he's winning Virginia by double digits, as well as Colorado and New Mexico, so those are comfortably going to go to both Biden and Donald Trump. So let's begin with the Rust Belt state of Wisconsin. This is obviously a must-win for the former President Donald Trump if he wants to surpass 270 electoral votes. It's part of his easiest pathway to victory. I've stated this before. As of today, Biden is sitting at a 51% chance of winning the Rust Belt state of Wisconsin in 2024, 56,000 overall bets. And his opponent, Donald Trump, is currently sitting at 47% with 44,000 bets. So basically, keep in mind, this state went to Biden in 2020 and it went to Trump in 2016. Biden's margin was roughly 0.6%. Trump's margin in 2016 in the state was roughly 0.8%. So Trump actually did better in Wisconsin than Biden did in terms of their margin. So in my opinion, I think Trump wins the state, but according to the betting markets, Biden's going to win this by a lean margin. So that's where we are at with Wisconsin. Now moving on to the next battleground state with these betting markets. Michigan, neighboring Wisconsin, obviously, they are right next to each other, both very important Rust Belt states. Michigan is actually a must-win for Joe Biden, and if Biden loses Michigan in 2024, he is more than likely to lose the election. And actually, polls has Trump up in the state by an average by roughly 2 percentage points, which is not good for Biden. And actually, Biden in betting markets is performing very well in the state, which is the polar opposite of what polls are suggesting in Real Clear polling or even 538. Biden's at 57% chance of winning the state again in 2024, and Trump is at 44%. Biden receives roughly $35,000 in bets, and Trump is at $12,000 in overall bet. So Biden is in a very good position, and he's winning this state by double digits. So I'm going to consider that likely at the current moment. So Biden's position overall in these Rust Belt states is looking very good on betting markets. And obviously this video only focusing on betting odds, but if you take a look at polls from 538, Real Clear Politics, for example, it shows Trump is at an advantage. And then as for Nevada, Biden is comfortably winning this by double digits. He has a 58% chance at winning this to Donald Trump's 41%. Biden's at 107,000 bets in terms of dollars. Trump is currently sitting at almost $92,000 in terms of bets. So at this point in time, Nevada is going to lean towards Joe Biden. Keep in mind, Biden actually did not perform better than Hillary Clinton's margin in this state. They roughly got around the same similar margins, 2.5%. And so, with that being said, it was more favorable for him back in 2020, considering that he could not have greater numbers in the state of Nevada than Hillary Clinton did. Goes to show you the trends and the shifts go in favor of Republicans in the state of Nevada. If Trump is able to perform very well and basically in line with the polling in Clark County and possibly flip Reno County, then I think he's on track to win Nevada in 2024. And I mean, don't get me wrong, polls time and time again overhype Republican chances in this state. They underestimated Obama. So I think with that being said, Biden could win Nevada, but according to the betting markets, indeed he does do just that. And then as for Georgia, this is going to be a flip for Donald Trump according to the betting odds. Trump's sitting at a 58% chance of winning Georgia in 2024 to Biden's 41%. Keep in mind, the main reason why Biden won this state back in 2020 was because he got high turnout among African-American voters, basically minorities. He cracked almost basically 90%, and I don't expect him to do the same thing this time around because, number one, we don't have BLM, so he had that type of momentum. So a lot of that turnout will not go to him. I expect him to drop as low as 80%. And with that being said, Trump is actually polling a fourth among them, I believe at 25% currently, which may seem low, but it's actually good for the Republican Party nowadays, and which is an underperformance for Joe Biden. Now we go back to the Rust Belt, take a look at Pennsylvania, which is also another must-win for Joe Biden. If Trump wins Pennsylvania, he's more than likely to win the election, surpassing 270 electoral votes. Keep in mind, this is Biden's home state, and if he doesn't win his home state, that's going to be very embarrassing. He's currently sitting at a 58% chance to Donald Trump's 42%. Lean for Joe Biden in the 2024 presidential election. We have a couple more states to fill out. Those states are Arizona and North Carolina, in which actually majority of polls suggest Donald Trump as the heavy favorite to win both of those states. Arizona, you take a look at the border crisis. Voters are pissed off at what's happening with immigration. And then in North Carolina, Joe Biden used to be seen as a moderate candidate back in 2020, and he hoped he would flip this state, and he still fell up short considering 2024. His approval rating is in the gutter, below 40%, currently sitting at 39%. I can tell you right now, Trump is going to only expand his lead in North Carolina from his 2020 margin. I would say similar to his 2016 margin. He's pulling at 5%. I think he can win it by roughly 3 to 4 percentage points, considering Joe Biden is so unfavorable and people are paying so much at the grocery store. Gas prices have skyrocketed, inflation has increased, and Biden is actually arguably saying that he has created so much jobs. And what people don't realize is that those type of jobs Biden is supposedly saying he created is from the loss of COVID. That does not count as new jobs. Jobs that were lost from COVID, recreated in the Biden administration, it does not count as new jobs, guys. And that's what people fail to realize and fail to understand. And now you take a look at the Sunbelt state of Arizona. This state is actually really close, probably one of the more closer bets on the betting market website. And by the way, I'm using Polymarket. It's really interesting, really cool. Check it out. Donald Trump is actually the narrow favorite in this state by roughly 2%. He's at 50% to Joe Biden's 48%. And so basically that's going to be extremely close. That's going to be considered a tilt margin. In my opinion, I think either Trump or Biden has a good shot at winning the state. And if Biden somehow pulls off a victory in the state, I would tell you it's probably because of the shifts and the trends in Maricopa County, probably maybe because of the 1864 abortion ruling going in favor of Biden. Now, if Trump were to flip the state, it would probably be because mainly of the border crisis. That's obviously a no-brainer. And it honestly comes down to undecided voters on election day and independent voters. And the last and final state to cover in this video is North Carolina, in which Donald Trump is crushing Joe Biden. He's going to win that by likely margin. Trump currently almost has a 70% chance of winning the state, and Biden sitting at almost 30%. So Trump's going to comfortably win that according to the betting market and betting odds. So this is the current map according to the betting market, Biden wins re-election with 276 electoral votes, extremely close overall, and Donald Trump barely falls short once again with 262 electoral votes. Now, keep in mind, this is not my prediction. This is based off the betting market currently as of April alone. This is the map according to the betting odds. Now, tell me what states you disagree with or agree with, and do you agree with the betting market as of today in the comment section down below. Now, if you were to ask me what changes I would make to the map, I would honestly tell you Trump flips Wisconsin by a tilt margin, and I think Michigan at this point in time is a toss-up 50-50 for either candidate, and I also can tell you that Trump is nearly going to win this state by under percentage point. And then let's say Biden does win Pennsylvania because, okay, you can say that it is home state, so let's say he does win it. Trump still wins the election with 287 electoral votes. And I also do think Trump wins Nevada based off of the shifts in the trends, and polls actually has him comfortably winning. I mean, even though they still overestimate him all the time. Trump's at 293 electoral votes if I were to change the map. So, the three states I would change from the betting market is Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada in favor of Trump, and then I would leave Pennsylvania for Biden. So, do you agree with my take or the betting market more? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. And one last final reminder before I end out the video is to subscribe and click the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video instead of missing out on any of them. And also, we have memberships, so if you're looking for that, it's pinned in the comment section down below. This is the finalized betting market as of today. Thank you everyone for watching.